Well, hello. My name is David Shirley. This is Build by Reps. And in this video, we're going to be talking about fitness. I'm going to be talking about how in this past weekend, I had the pleasure to meet a Dr. Kelly Starrett, and we talked. We had a great conversation. I'm going to talk about that. And by the end of this video, my hope is that you walk away with a few extra things you can add to your gym routine that, when thinking long-term, can really help you be human, move better, be pain-free, all that good stuff, while still being able to build muscle. Everybody and you alone, this is Built by Reps. In the gym, are you doing chest, tri, back, bi? Does that sound like your routine? If it is, you are not alone. Most people that go to your typical 24-hour Fitness 19 gyms are all doing the same thing, and you can't blame them. That seems to be the culture, and that's how these gyms are laid out. Each machine, all set up to do each different body part, and that's just what we know. And hey, it just works. You're looking better, you're feeling better, and it just feels like you're making progress. But is that the best way to train long term? What if there was a better way? A way to train that makes you feel better, move better, and when we think about training into our 30s, 40s, and 50s, will keep us strong and our joints healthy well into the future. One that helps you move better, live better, feel stronger, and not just in the gym, but in actual real life. I met Kelly Starrett this past weekend, and if you're not familiar with his work, he's the go-to guy when you are considering understanding human movement. We got talking about training. I brought up deadlifts. And then one of the things he said to me that really stuck with me is that he no longer does tap and go deadlifts. Instead, he says, pick it up, set it down, reset. So stand up and then do it again. That tiny shift really changes everything. And it's not about just checking out the reps, it's about quality of movement. And this idea runs much deeper than just deadlifts alone. Most of us end up training like bodybuilders and we don't even mean to. Why? Well, if you think about it, that's the culture. It's the way gyms are organized. These gyms need to make money, and machines are the way to do it. And the way they categorize the machines, here's arms, here's quads, here's hamstrings. It's all set up that way. But when you think about how the body actually moves, it doesn't move in parts. It moves as a whole. It moves as a system. You don't isolate your lats when you pick up your kid, and you don't just use your quads when you sit up from the couch. You're moving as a whole. You're twisting, you're squatting, you're pushing, you're pulling, all at once. Now listen, I am all about aesthetics. When I strength train, the bonus that I get is definitely muscle gain. But there is a deeper meaning behind my training, and that is the reason for this video. When I train, I think of how do humans move? Yes, I want to be able to squat low, press overhead, and do heavy pull-ups. On top of that, I also want to move better and I want to play more. So what did Kelly and I talk about in our conversation? We talked about a lot. He talked and I listened, and I was trying my best. I wish I would have recorded it because he said a lot. This man is just full of knowledge, and he was just spewing out just all his years of knowledge and experience. But ultimately, the biggest takeaway, and if you look him up, you'll find this, is that we're just trying to express our body in the most dynamic ranges of motion possible. We're not just lifting weights, we're trying to train our body to move into a fully integrated system. Let's talk about where to start. If your routine is the typical back, bi, chest, tri, if you're using machines, or maybe you are using some free weights, I wanted to give you some foundational movements. The key with these movements is that they are done with a dumbbell, and it is one of the best tools you'll find, and you'll find them in most gyms. Let me show you. First up, this is a dumbbell curl to press. You can do this with both arms or one arm at a time. The focus for this movement is just pressing nice and tall with a neutral spine and hips. Next up, the dumbbell front squat. You're just holding the weights at your shoulders or out in front of you and squatting as deep as you can under control. Bonus points for doing it barefoot. The key here is keeping your knees out over your baby toes. This is the hanging lat pull with hip extension. Feet on the ground, pull down with your lats while extending your hips. It's a weird move and you have to create this setup. So you put a barbell a little bit lower than you would if you were doing back squats. But this builds your posterior chain and helps a ton with pull-up strength. This is a great progression to eventually get your pull-ups. These are simple and powerful, and they build movement patterns that will help you in and outside of the gym. If you've been avoiding free weights for any reason, this is a wonderful place to start. I encourage you to think about your current routine and ask yourself, is this routine helping me live better, or is it just my training routine? Can you move freely? Can you squat well? Can you press? Can you hang? These are the movements that really, really matter. Hey, look, build muscle. That is awesome. I'm doing it too. But make sure that it's serving the better purpose. The gym should make the rest of your life easier, not just your bench press heavier. You made it, you reached the end of the video. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. My hope is that you've gotten some tremendous value, that you have an idea that when you're training, you want to move like a human moves. Humans stand, they lift, they put stuff down, they squat, they pull. Those are movements that we do in our daily lives, so we want to make sure that we train that way as well. And we lift weights both for aesthetics, we build muscle, but at the same time, we're building strong bones, we're building joints, and we're able to build up our bodies so we can play and have fun and enjoy life. It was so cool to meet Kelly Starrett. It really, I mean, the water polo was great, but it really made my weekend. I don't know if he will ever see this, but Kelly, if you're watching, I appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for the picture. And if you found this video helpful, then maybe you'll find this video helpful as well. I am gonna see you in the next video.